on Lawrence Street in terrific downtown Greenville, South Carolina. I'm Russ Heaps. What are you doing? He's having a stroke right here on camera.
I'm trying.
Right here on camera.
Why is this happening to me right now?
I don't know. Why is this happening to me?
I have a lot of hair, Russ.
Come, I see that. Coming to you practically live from the Beer to Whiskey Studios on the taproom floor of Greenville Beer Exchange, or GBX, as a lot of the cool kids call it.
Many of them.
Many of them. On Lawrence Street in terrific downtown Greenville, South Carolina. I'm Russ Heaps. What are you doing? He's having a stroke right here on camera.
I'm trying.
Right here on camera.
Why is this happening to me right now?
I don't know. Why is this happening to me?
I have a lot of hair, Russ.
Come, I see that. Welcome to this episode of It's Just Bourbon. I'm here with my good buddy, Big John Richards, and I brought a bourbon tonight that I actually bought through a place where I hang out down in South Florida, and I'd never heard of it before, but I got to taste it there and loved it, and managed to talk them out of a bottle of it. But anyway, so what we're drinking here is
terrifying.
It's 2XO stands for 2 times oak, and this is the whole blending process of the guy named Dixon Dedman.
Hey, you got it in one, Russ.
I did. I remembered. Who is really a restaurateur / innkeeper.
Hotelier,
or whatever you call that. But anyway, he is doing a series of these 2XO bourbons. And this one is Gem of Kentucky. This is sort of their top of the line. It retails somewhere between $200 and $230.
And Russ is sharing it with me.
Yes. Another riffraff.
I'm glad a part of the riffraff. At least I got that going for me.
Yeah. It's 108 proof. We don't know how long how long the juices, because it's a blend, how long the juices that were blended were in the barrel. But once they were blended together, they were in a barrel for a year.
The whole part of the double-barreled, rye-barreled, extra-barreled process.
And this is a high rye bourbon. It's 35%. And I think all the bourbons all the juice that went into it were 35% rye. So that's pretty much what we know.
I had a question for you. What did I have a question for you about?
What do they call a horse a horse?
It was not.
You ask me that all the time. I don't know, John. Well, I don't know why they call a horse a horse.
It's going to continue to plague me. Why do they call a horse a horse? Well, I don't know. That doesn't tell me anything. I definitely had a question I was going to ask you. It would have been awesome. Tune in another day. I don't know.
I probably couldn't have answered it anyway, so.
May have been something about this whole double barrel, single barrel, extra barrel, stupid barrel process.
Text miscellany.
I will confess. Oh, that's a fun aroma. I will confess that I don't want to like this bourbon. Before I taste it, now that I've smelled it, I still want to confess I don't want to like it. I want it to be bad.
Because?
I think because I hate people.
He thinks the whole idea of this is a little pretentious.
It is. It feels super pretentious. It feels masturbatory. It feels like self-aggrandizing.
What did you just say?
Masturbatory. Self-aggrandizing. Pleasure of self. It feels like you're doing a lot
What
of
is
things.
wrong with that?
A lot of things for your own sake instead of doing it for the sake of the thing, for the thing's betterment. You're doing it for your betterment.
So what I want you to do is taste this.
Well,
And
that's,
tell me, and you
I'm
it-
afraid because I think I'm gonna love it. That's
are.
why I said I don't want to like it before I even tasted it because I don't.
He's a bigot.
No, I'm not a bigot.
He's prejudiced.
I am prejudiced. That is correct. That is exactly what's happening here. I am judging this whiskey before I tasted it. And I am hopeful that it changes my mind. Because the best way to fix a prejudiced person is to change their mind. And so I'm prepared to let my mind be changed. Because the nose is nuts. It smells like
He said the F
raspberry
word.
pie.
He keeps dropping the F bomb.
It's because I keep bartending for a living. If I ever stop bartending for a living, I might clean up my language, but I don't want to.
He doesn't want it.
It smells like raspberries. It smells like raspberries, like a bunch of raspberries, and
He
maybe
said
some
the F bomb again.
Russ.
I have to buzz all
Maybe
those.
you should start paying me.
I have to. Then I just have to fire your ass.
But then you'd be in control.
Which I clearly am not.
It's like a raspberry cream. There's like this like creme brulee or cream reduction sort of thing that's on the aroma of that. That's just nuts.
I know, it's a great nose.
I don't
Is it
think
not?
I've ever smelled that on a whiskey. This smells like, I do a lot of beer. You may not know this about me. I do a lot of beer. There's a lot of people these days doing these big smoothie sours with just fruit puree in them, and they come out looking like a milkshake. I'm not a huge fan of those either, though a lot of people are. I don't like the way they gum up my tap lines more than I don't like the beer, because the juice is good. Again, the juice has to be good. This has so freaking much raspberry. Sorry for the F-bomb again.
You didn't see it. That
I
was
know
freaking.
what
You're
I
allowed to
did.
say freaking.
I know what I did.
Have you
There's-
tasted this yet?
No, there's so much raspberry cream on the nose that I can't get past it yet. It's just, it's over there and I still smell it. I don't know what to make of it. And I don't want to like it. I'm afraid that I will.
He's going to like it.
Goodness gracious. That's... If I have to spend that much time tasting it,
It's good.
that's insane.
It is good.
Holy smokes.
Holy snikes!
Whoa, it's still going, Russ. It's just now starting to present with a little bit of like spice, a little bit of like a little tiny bit of burn on the finish. It's just now presenting with that.
And the
Good
oak,
gracious.
the oak is big.
Oh man.
The wood is big.
No, there's a lot of, but the oak is never the focal point
No,
of
it
the
isn't.
thing.
No,
It's
it isn't.
there. It's there like
but as it rests in my mouth,
yeah.
the oak is getting bigger.
And I think the spice that I'm tasting is an oak spice. I think that's right. I think it's that peppery, like, I don't know, cardamom kind of oak spice. And then it's bear in mind, I could be talking on my ass at any second.
It's not. We've seen it happen before.
Truly. Man, that thing is, it is still giving. I've moved into, there was like a vanilla phase, and now I've dropped into more of a, like, woody, like I want to say maple, but it's not maple syrup, it's just maple. It's like that, the back end, the wood
Yes.
of the thing is lingering with
Yes.
me.
Yep. And I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Right?
It's a sort of a maple.
So when my stepdad comes back from Michigan, they live in the UP, and when they come back, yeah, it's like up. It's up. Here's the hand. And it's up there.
And it's up here. So.
Yeah. So they press their own syrup up there. They harvest the sap and press their own syrup. And when he comes back with that fresh harvested maple syrup from the UP, I'm like,
Which
well,
is
okay. I like maple. You're right. I like
which
maple.
is probably
I didn't think
worth
I did.
about $500 a gallon. Is it not?
It probably is.
No, it is. I think it is.
Probably is. The labor that goes into that is insane. But the woodiness that's in that maple, that real maple, is what I'm getting on the end of this. I haven't even taken another sip yet, Russ. Okay.
Again, I'm getting a lot of brown sugar on this.
Right.
Big time. I'm getting the wood, the brown sugar. This is exquisite.
You know,
I'm almost afraid to put water in it.
I'm gonna put some in mine too.
I don't think the first time that I had this at my favorite whiskey bar down in Delray Beach, Florida, called Warren. And I was there. It was a Sunday brunch. I was in there by myself. Usually I'm in there with half a dozen people when we get a table. But I was there by myself, and I was sitting at the bar. And I'm taking up 3 seats because I've got all this bourbon surrounding me. And
it's good to be the king.
Yeah, it is. And the GM, who's a pal of mine, is like, man, you've got to try this. And he brings out 3 bottles. These guys do basically 3 different versions of this. And he says, man, you've got to try this. And I'm like, which one? So he poured me this one, and I said, well, I want to bottle this, and I wound up with it. But anyway, it is, I didn't put water in it, because I always forget to take my water dropper when I go down there. And so I didn't put water in it, and I loved it. I'm almost hesitant.
I'm gonna do it because I don't
'Cause
know
I
don't
this.
know how it's gonna get better, but if it did, I would be on board too. That's what you want.
That's all I did.
That's what I want.
Just did 2.
No, just 2 little drops, 2 little droppy drops. Oh man, I'm pretty excited
Well, that
for
opened the
this.
nose. That opened the nose up for me.
Yeah, open the nose up over here. I haven't even smelled it yet.
And you know what I think I smell?
Apples.
I think I do.
I love it. I love it.
See what you think.
Oh, you're right. It's living in there, just in the bottom of it. It's like, it's still a lot more vanilla. I think like vanilla and oak and spice that I'm tasting up front, but right in the back.
It's like apple cobbler
Yeah.
for me. It's that sweetness, that apple,
So to me,
vanilla.
it's my mom used to make fried apples, and they'd fry them in a pan with cinnamon, sugar, and whatnot, and that's the thing that I'm getting. I think I'm getting more of that cinnamon out of the bottom of this now that's reminding me of those apples. I'm not even sure it's the apples. I think it's the cinnamon. Oh no, there's apples there too. Oh, there's definitely apples in there now.
Wait until you sip this. Wait until you sip it now.
I don't want to talk about it yet, Russ.
Wait until you sip it now. Oh my God.
Oh, the nose drop, the whole big raspberry cream thing that was happening at the front it's not gone, but it's certainly not forefront anymore. That's bonkers.
This is the biggest change I've ever experienced.
I
With
don't-
putting a couple. I'm not kidding. I'm not
still
exaggerating.
don't understand how 2 drops of water can do that. And I'm the person that keeps preaching
this
it.
now is just brown sugar and cinnamon and caramel and.
Oh man,
holy
it smells like the
crap.
state fair. It smells like caramel apples at the state fair now. All right, tasting it. I promise. Oh man. Oh, dude, it does. It really does. Some of the spice opens up in the back. You get this big brown sugar caramel apple thing right up front.
Oh my God. This is. Admittedly, it's $230 a
Right,
bottle.
you would
but I
want
have-
you would want to have this reaction.
But yeah, and it's worth every penny of it.
And I said that before we started that I didn't want to like it on purpose
Yeah.
because I didn't want to be heinous about this at the end. It's
This is.
holy smokes.
It's exquisite. It's exquisite.
That is magnificent. I don't know that I still want to like it. But holy
you're
shit.
gonna like it. You are liking it.
But I like it. I don't whether I like it, whether I want to or not. I like it.
I there are things that I expect to be impressed by, and I usually am. There are things that I hope I'm impressed by. This, because I have to tell you, by the time I got to sipping this, when I originally had it, I had a little bit of alcohol in me. And so I didn't really remember it, but holy cow. This
Man,
is wonderful.
Man, that keeps on giving. That's something else to say, which I'm going to say now, which is I talk about in the wine world that I'm now exploring, that I can tell the difference between a $20 bottle and a $50 bottle. But I'm not positive I can tell the difference between a $50 bottle and a $100 bottle.
That's who I am with champagne, but continue on.
I can tell the difference. Here, I could tell the difference.
This is worth every penny.
That is stellar.
Yeah, this is
This
is delicious.
I
Dixon.
I have been disappointed so many times that when I come to something like this, I expect to be disappointed. And when something comes through and shines like this does, it is revelatory.
Dixon,
Salute.
we salute you.
Real tough.
This is primo stuff.
You won me over. It's
Not always easy.
It is not.
He's no pushover.
It's not easy. Wow.
So anything else?
No. Except wow.
Wow.
What else can I say?
So damn lucky. See you next time.